Today's lesson is about academic style and formality. We often talk about the formal versus the informal. What do we mean? What are the differences? And what do we need to avoid? Academic writing is fairly formal and impersonal, and the main emphasis is generally on the argument you want to put forward or the information you want to convey rather on the writer personally. So now we're going to look at two pieces of writing. One shows how it would be written in academic English and the other as someone would speak it. What differences can you see between these two? You should now pause the video and look at the two texts and make notes. Once you've done that, restart the video and we'll discuss them. What you should have found is that the academic English text is shorter and more formal in style. It starts with an impersonal, passive construction, and it avoids the use of people or the personal pronoun they. There are no contractions, and the text contains more formal vocabulary. In contrast, the spoken English text is longer and more informal in style. This uses personal pronouns, I and they, and it avoids the use of the passive and includes more informal vocabulary and contractions. It also begins a sentence with and asks a direct question to the reader. In short, what do we have to avoid? In formal and academic English, it's best to avoid informal words and expressions. For example, saying the States instead of saying the United States of America, tele instead of television, abbreviations, they've instead of they have, or contractions such as ie instead of that is. Phrasal verbs if a formal is available. So if you looked into, it could be researched, locked up, could be incarcerated. Also the overuse of the personal pronoun I. So you're making it much more impersonal. And again, not to use the phrases I think and in my opinion. So that's just some of the basic tips that you need to think about when you're writing formally. Once you've finished this, we'll have a quiz for you to try and see if you can match up some of the informal words to the more formal words.